This is a combination of the two best tutorials on YouTube showing you how to make a butterfly and a heart braid. So to get started, draw a line where you want your braid to be. Wherever you want your heart to be, draw a line there. This line is going to be a guide at the top section of your heart to ensure that those two curves are equal. This tutorial is for a beginner. Once you watch this video, you will be able, I promise you, to make a very decent heart braid. So once you are done with the line across the top of where you want your heart to be, you're going to draw another line down the middle, just as I have done. This line is going to run across the middle of the heart, wherever you want it to be. Now we are going to proceed to make the curved section of the heart on one side. If you want the braid to have an anchor towards the ear, you can bring out a little section at the bottom of the heart. This is just going to provide a little bit extra hair for you to help the tails of your braid lie down flat to the scalp. That is, if you want the tails of your heart braid to dangle down the side or to dangle down any part of the head you are working on. So you will understand when I start braiding. Take your time to perfect the curved part of the heart. This can be according to how you want it to be. If you want a short fat heart, you draw it that way. If you want a slim long heart, the same technique applies. If I wanted the heart from the center of her head down to the front of her ears, the same technique applies. Make your line across where you want the heart to start, and then make a line down the middle. Then you carve out the shape of the heart. Now, the next important thing is to draw a line from the middle of the heart upwards. This line is going to be like the 2 o'clock on the clock, the 2 o'clock arm on the clock. Assume you have the shorter hand of a clock pointing at 2 o'clock. That is how you're going to draw your line. Start the line just a little bit past the middle of where your heart is or where the heart braid is. Go down a little bit below the middle. So that's when you're measuring. If the length of your heart is 4 inches, go like 2.5 inches from the top towards the bottom. So you're going to have 2.5 up and 1.5 down. Start the just pick a point from there and draw a 2 o'clock arm up. So you braid up your 2 o'clock arm. When you get to the end of it, you're going to turn, curve and braid downwards back towards the base of the heart. Now for the anchor I told you about, you're just going to section off a little bit hair to help this braid you are making now lie flat against the face. I hope you understand what I mean. You can do without this, but when the braid starts getting old, you know how, let's say if you have an all back braid, when it starts getting old, at that exact point where the hair, like the hair on your head ends on your scalp, between your hair and your skin, the braid is going to start lifting there. That's what is going to happen if you do not add this anchor braid. It is just going to help the heart lie down flat, lie a little bit flatter. So you can do without it, but it is cute. Now I am making the anchor for the second half of the heart. Okay, so you can see how that straight line up across helped me. Now you're going to see it come into play again as I try to make the curve of the second section. Ensure that the point where the heart starts at the top, the point where your 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock arms start, the point where the tail end of your heart terminates are at the same point. So just try to match up when you're starting the heart, match it up. When you end, make sure you end like at the point. When you're drawing the 10 o'clock arm, make sure it starts where the 2 o'clock arm starts. Take your time to section your heart to be perfect. Do not be in a hurry. The sectioning is where the trick is. But as I told you before, once you have mastered this, you can make this heart braid on any part of the head and customize how you want it to be. Now I am going to have the 2 tail ends dangling down. If this was a little girl's hair, I will just apply beads there, and of course you know it would look really cute. And I can also, like, if I don't want braids to the face, some kids really do not want any hair touching them, and I was making a ponytail, I could just curve this, the first one I made, upwards back towards her face into a ponytail to the center of her head. Feel free to play with what and where you are going to place the heart. That is why I started off with pictures, so that you can see that you can get creative if you're making a particular hairstyle with where you place the heart and what you can do with the heart. So whatever you do is a style. Just do that. For what I am doing, I am repeating what I did on the other side. I braided around my 10 o'clock line up, then curved down, and when I got to the base, I just braided right over the first braid and down to my ankle, just down. So with this, my braid is going to, I think I added too much hair, so okay, I decided to just take it off. I need just very little hair to make sure the braid lies down flat, nothing too much to distort the shape of the heart, because that shape down doesn't matter. We are just using it to anchor the tail ends. So as you can see, this heart braid came out perfectly. Add it to any style you are making, it looks really cute. And I have sectioned off where I want my butterfly to fit into, so just a rectangle or a part of the head. Shear it into 2 from here. This distance is going to be bigger than this distance because you have to fit both the antenna and the top wings into the side, so just a little bit bigger. Let's say this is the middle, I will just come down a little to this place. This is fine. So section it across like this. So next we are going to section this into 2 equal halves, just like this. Now I am going to do the same for the top one. Share it into 2 from top to bottom. So get them as equal as you can. So working on this one, we are going to make the antenna of this section. From taking off 1/3 of the distance to the bottom, from here to here, I am going to make a curve for the antenna. So from the end, straight and curved. And then we are going to repeat the same thing on this side. So going down almost to 3rd to this place. So I will go like this. While braiding this, I try to brush this part down. So again, I try to incorporate the brush or just braid downwards. After this, we are going to pin this one away. We can keep this one away for now. So I have this side free and the opposite side free like this. So now we are going to proceed to shear this section into two down the middle, and also shear this section into two down the middle, just like that. And start braiding from the inner section of the lower wing and braid it upwards then like this. So starting off here, I will start braiding this way from the inner side of the wing and braid up outwards. Now when you braid up to this point, we are going to cross into here, trying to make sure you come in through as tiny of a part as possible this way. So now I will just braid straight into this other section like this. I like to braid it more than necessary just so it doesn't unravel into this place. So now we are going to take out this section and shear it into two equal parts again. So just like this, and also take out this section and shear it into two. So I go from the middle to, let's see here, for this one we are going to start on the one in the middle, inside of the wings, just underneath the stomach, so that the braid can cover our beginning point. So like this, like this, like this, like this. Let's start. When we get here, I will just raise this one that we've done before, and again braid straight into this one like this. So at this point we have the antenna, we have the two braids. So now we are going to proceed to start braiding everything down. I have my pieces of hair ready that I will use to extend the box braid or to make. So now, getting my hair extension, I can start braiding this down. And this is the point where I am now adding the antenna. I'm just trying to even out my strands to make them 3 equal strands. So you can make this as big as you want or as small as you want, but this is what it's looking like. And teach the hair here if I want to.